What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back in another video on the channel, and today, well, by the time you see this, it'll be May 6th, but happy Cinco de Mayo to those who celebrate. If you don't know what Cinco de Mayo is, most people don't either. A lot of people think it's Mexico's Independence Day. It actually isn't. What it actually is a celebration of the Mexican victory over the Second French Empire in the Battle of Puebla. Yes. I'm a history guy. It happened on May 5th in 1862. The French Empire was much more heavily armed, and the Mexican army was much smaller, less armed, but they prevailed. It was a major victory for them, and it's celebrated. I don't know, honestly, if it's celebrated in Mexico. If anybody's from Mexico, can you let me know? Here, what we usually do is we have some sort of Mexican-themed meal, usually tacos, margaritas, things of that nature. I actually went to the store today to get some tacos, and they barely had any left. So all they had left was corn tortillas. So I made some fish tacos. These are super simple. We just use cod. You can use any kind of white fish, even tilapia. Tilapia is a heavy subject for a lot of people because some people say tilapia, you know, it's dirty and whatever, but I eat tilapia, so it's all good. It's tilapia, a little bit of cabbage. It's actually kimchi slaw, as well as some salsa, some sour cream. That is it. I have 9 of them. Today I actually wasn't going to record, but I wanted to check in. You know, I love you guys and I like to put out content every day if possible. So I made sure I did something, even though it's going to be a relatively quick meal for me. And I did find a review while I was there, which we're going to get into a minute. But we got some fudge stripes as well. And we do have the tox. You see the tox? That's a thumbnail, isn't it? I hate that. It's so cringe, but I still have to do it. But we've got the tox, which I'll have in a minute. I'm going to do these afterwards, but they're fudge stripes, celebration cake flavored, and they're for a good cause. So it's for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is a W idea if you ask me. I wish more people did things like this. I'll go into it in a minute, but basically they're going to donate a portion of this to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And that's always a W. But let's get into these tacos. I'm super tired. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know my vibes, but I always like to check in. Let's get a taco. Y'all want a taco? I hope these tacos are good. Got the lime on here as well. They're messy. I toasted the hell out of them. Not gonna lie. Yeah. And normally I would double tortilla these. I prefer it, but you know we count our calories here. So 3 tacos, 120 calories. 9 tacos, 360 calories. That's just the tortilla, but that's always a dub. Yeah, I'm gonna drink. I'm still recovering from yesterday, which is why I'm not eating a large meal. Nothing too crazy. If you didn't see, I had a scorpion pepper burrito. One of the hottest peppers. Nice to have a mild taco. One of the hottest peppers in the world. And somewhere about a quarter of the way through it, I thought it'd be a good idea to take the rest of the scorpion pepper salsa and douse my entire burrito in it and eat it. And I took it like a G. But I paid for it later, as with most spicy challenges. I say this every time. I always want to make sure if you're going to do a spicy challenge, like, be careful. Even if you think you can handle the spice. When it's in your stomach, that's when the real battle begins. Trust me. And of course, on the way out. I don't want to get too much into detail, but it's spicy. So, anybody who's like, oh, I can do that, just be careful. I've done enough spicy challenges to kind of know how to recover from it. So, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, I'm an expert, because I'm definitely not. But I have a little bit more of a knowledge of my own body. Yeah, that's good. So, I always like to give a disclaimer. I know I put out content. I don't want people to do the things that I do. Just don't. God, it's delicious. Messy as all hell. Fish is super juicy still. I put it in the air fryer, 400 degrees for about 13 minutes. So it's got a little crisp to it. Damn, that is good. That hits the spot right now. I haven't eaten since the spicy challenge yesterday. It's not the not eating part, but sometimes when you have the spice up in you. Man. A lot of people commented yesterday on they could hear. I pointed it out through the video. I guess my mic did pick up my stomach noises. Bro, it was hot. I think if you just get it on the burrito, you'll be fine. If you decide to be an idiot and pour the rest of the sauce on, you'll be in pain. Even the manager that was there, the owner, were like, yo, what are you doing? So I told him, man, I'm built different. I don't know. Once I start doing any kind of challenge, I'm a little reluctant at first because I know the aftermath. But once I get into something, it's hard for me to back down. So I'm always trying to like push the envelope. Sometimes it's smart, sometimes it's stupid. But we managed. I was actually supposed to go see Doctor Strange today. You guys don't know it came out today. So I could watch it, but by the time I went to reserve my tickets, the theaters were all full. And they're literally full until next Wednesday. All of them. I even looked at like the afternoon ones on the weekend, full. So next Wednesday, I finally get to see it. I was looking forward to it. You know, I like the MCU, but what can you do? Around here, there's like 4 large movie theaters within like 4 miles of my house. Like AMC theaters. All of them. Nothing. And for people who like to collect stuff, let me give you a heads up. There's actually a Doctor Strange, like a box. You get popcorn in. It's like $24, but it's like a cool looking box. I'm trying to get me one of those. I might stop by the theater like tomorrow and just tell them I reserved my tickets, but I just want to get the box. I'm sure they'll sell it to me. I need a box. I want to get the box because I eat a lot of popcorn and I'm just a nerd. You know, I got all my you can't see most of my memorabilia. You only see my jerseys. But I like my nerd memorabilia. You know, maybe one day when it's all said and done. I don't like, you know, like, I don't want things that look like a flex. I know people are like, you probably got autographed jerseys behind you. But I'm not trying to do like some sort of like Cribs episode. I don't know, we all around, well, my older people like me, you know, if you were around, old enough, around the turn of the century, into like maybe 2007, that era of MTV was goated. And I'm sure you heard about the shows, but Cribs, look how crispy that is right there. That's what I was going for. Look. That was perfect. That's because I made this one last, so they're not like soggy. That's why. But Cribs was insane. I mean, back then, the flexing that celebrities did, in my opinion, will never happen again. It just can't be rivaled from like maybe 1997. I don't really know. I was still young. But like I definitely remember in like the 2000s with Cribs. And I'm sure most of you guys know what it was, but if you don't, they had a show where literally like celebrities would like let the camera crew up in their house and like they would just show off, like flex. Like, this is my car garage, and this is like, and people had like the wildest shit. Like, I'm trying to think of something I thought was crazy. I remember Ice-T had a vending machine in his house, and he was like, you know how Ice-T is. He's like, yo, you people come to my house and you got all this stuff. You trying to get all my stuff. Stop begging. It's $1. Yeah, like a vending machine. Like a full-ass vending machine in his kitchen. And they always had to show off the fridge and like the jewelry collection in the closet. And like, it was just wild. And then they go to the garage and like, oh, here's my toys, right? And it'd be like 7 Lamborghinis and like 6 Range Rover. I'm not joking, bro. Like, that's how flexing it used to be. Like, I think it was Master P had like a solid gold everything. His whole house was gold. It was like Midas. Like, everything in the house was like just like a gold toilet and stuff like that. I think Tommy Lee had like actual Starbucks in his living. I'm telling you, you had to watch it. The flexing back then. I think it just can't happen again. Mainly because I think a lot more common people flex now because social media wasn't a thing yet. You know what I mean? And like, this was the only way to flex. The gap between your average person like us and like your super celebrities was so huge because the only time you interacted with these people was if you actually ran into them in real life. But now, they've all got Instagram, they've all got Twitter, they've all got TikTok. You can troll them. You couldn't troll them back then, you know? So, it just creates like a smaller gap where people just have, like, they're shooting videos in the living room. I know what LeBron James' living room looks like because he posted a story. You know what I'm saying? So, back then you really didn't know. And people had like basketball courts and crazy shit like that, but now you got like influencers, got money. You know, you think about like somebody's like, you know, the Jake Pauls and the Logan Pauls of the world, and you know, like Mr. Beast and people like these people have bread like that too. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that back then. You had to be like an actor, a rapper, you know, stuff like that in order to be famous. But now influencers and stuff have kind of like, you bridge the gap. So now like average people can kind of come up a little different. It's a different era, at least to me. But these people just will walk you through their house and just flex on you. Like, here's my $7.5 million worth of jewelry, you know? And it was all like these famous people and just like, it was like, you would be so like salty in your head. You're like, man, I need this stuff, but you couldn't get it. You know? Now people start buying NFTs and they do it. It's weird. But I would love for them to bring it back. It was just fun to see. I think a lot of people would rent stuff and stuff. Like, it's been documented some people were like renting houses and stuff like that, but it was still cool. All those weird dating shows, you know, like Next and like Room Raiders. And I remember a girl from my high school was actually on Room Raiders. It was just an era. Room Raiders, they would literally just like, they wouldn't know what you looked like, but they would go raid your room. And you would like look through their stuff, and then you would pick a person out of 3 by looking at their room. It was an era. You know, TV is not what it used to be. Because now the internet, you know, internet changed everything. You know, back then when you were bored, you put the TV on. Now people go bored, they hop on YouTube, hop on TikTok, hop on Instagram and stuff like that, which is cool, but I think you just can't go back to that because people don't watch TV no more. I barely watch TV. You know, if I'm watching anything, I'll watch a movie or something, but I'm doing this. So, I don't know. 2000s MTV was super goated. And you just had to be there. We didn't have all this internet TikTok stuff to do. We just looked at celebrities and got salty and watched. And I remember one in particular, it was Paris Hilton. And we didn't know it at the time, right? Because Paris Hilton in the 2000s was like everywhere. She was popping. I don't know. She was at every party. It was like her and like Lindsay Lohan and all these people just running around doing all this stuff. I was still like, you know, like young. I couldn't, like, I wasn't partying. I was a kid. But even into my teenage years, and like they would just be just like doing all this crazy stuff, and people were like, why are they famous? And she had a Cribs episode. It was like his penthouse, and she was like, you know, this is my assistant, and it was Kim Kardashian, bro. it was like she was like Paris Hilton's like shit, like this is like Kim, like, you know what I'm saying? She was introducing her. Now look, shit flip flop. But I just always found that funny because I look back and I remember that. you know, you never know who's gonna end up popping. Because back then, this was before, like, you know, the Kardashians and Keeping Up and all this that they had. She was just like, she was still amongst celebrities and stuff because she was living that life, but she wasn't what she is now. She's like, this is my assistant Kim. Little did she know. But anyway, let's get into these fudge stripes, man. That was delicious. I should have made like 30 of those, but I can't after them spicy meals. All right, let's get in here. Okay, we got some fudge stripes. You know I love my fudge stripes. I just think they're super underrated in the snack game. I always say it. My man Keebler. Keeblers are underrated in my opinion. But this is the Celebration Cake Make-A-Wish brand of the fudge stripes. And you can see, if you want to pause to read that, because I got to turn it around to read. Oh wait, it says something here. With each purchase of specially marked packs, Keebler will make a donation to Make-A-Wish. He'll donate 25 cents to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Up to 250K in 2022. You can learn more. If you don't know what Make-A-Wish Foundation is, it deals with, I don't like talking about stuff like this, but people need to have awareness for this kind of stuff. But there's kids, young people with you know, terminal illnesses, really bad illnesses, that, you know, they're like, I'd hate to say it this way, but like one of their last wishes will be to meet one of their idols, whether that's an athlete or an actor or so on, and they facilitate this meeting and they kind of get to, you know, and I'll be honest, I've watched a lot of that stuff. They had a lot of specials on ESPN, and it's very sombering, also very inspiring at the same time, and you know, it's one of those things that makes you appreciate life and seeing these young people with this outlook on life. I don't want to get too serious, but you know, if you, I'm glad. I would buy 1,000 of these if I could, or just donate directly. But if you can get fat at the same time, celebration cake. Let's lighten the mood up a little bit. Let's go. Underrated fudge stripes with a cause I can get behind all day. Ooh, I like that already. I like that. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Every time the fudge stripe. Oh, that smells so good. Oh, that smells like birthday cake. But this time we've got the regular OG cookie with the blue. What did I call it last time? The booty? The bottom, whatever, the back, whatever it is. And then the perfect ratio of stripe. I can't see these being bad. As long as the cake don't taste like candle wax. Is that an aftertaste? A little bit of an aftertaste. They're still delicious, but it's a little bit of an aftertaste. What flavor is this, man? You know what I'm gonna tell you? Celebration cake. Definitely has like a birthday cakey kind of feel to it. Birthday cakey. But what comes along with it is a little bit of an aftertaste, but the initial taste is so... There's just something about these damn cookies, I'm not gonna lie. I've had every flavor of fudge stripe since they've dropped. Since, you know, forever, because I'm fat, but... They never fail. I do like the strawberry chocolate ones I did before a little bit more. But these are also delicious as hell. I just picture these are like a glass of milk, and it's just... W. And it's for a cause. I can get... Okay, last one. Yeah, a little bit of an aftertaste, but you know that birthday cake you feel. I expected a little more. Is it weird that when I see things like this, I expect it to taste like what flavor is it? It's like blue. Like, and in my head, I started going blueberry graham. Like, you know, like the blueberry pie Oreos. And it's not that. It's more of a birthday cakey vibe, but I can get behind this any day. They're a dub. Out of 10. The other ones were 9. These are probably a solid 8. Maybe a 7.9. I'll take a little off for that aftertaste. But again, it's really not that bad. As you can see, because I just ate like 6. Or 5. 140 calories for 2 freaking cookies. Like, literally, I could have eaten... Nah, forget it. I don't know. Do I think you should get these? Absolutely. I haven't had a fudge stripe I haven't liked yet. I just haven't. They're just W's. I want to eat the rest of these so bad. I do. Yep. Got a little willpower. But anyway, short video today. I just wanted to check in, have my tacos, talk a little bit, chop it up, try to fudge stripes with y'all. And tomorrow, back as usual. I got some things I got to do over the weekend, but I will be sure to get some content out. You know, I don't like to go without it. A lot of people have said, and you guys write, that you look forward to my uploads. And thank you so much, because, you know, you don't have to be here, but you're here with me. And so that means I rock with you. So keep rocking with me, onwards and upwards. What time is it? 3:10 a.m. I'm going to edit this video and I'm going to try to take a nap before I have to get my ass back to work. But we'll be back tomorrow. More content. I love Yada hand signs. They made it to YouTube.